Hi.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to the Spanish table.
Welcome to Marimar's Spanish table. It is Friday at 5 o'clock. Well, we didn't do the first Friday because it was January 1st and we thought it might not be such a good day.
That's right.
But here we are. It is 2021 and boy, what a start it has been.
Yeah, pretty remarkable. We need some good food to make up for the bad parts, but there's been some good ones too. So hey, it's gonna be a great year.
We sure do. Well, we have a super tasty recipe that we're cooking today. Mom, tell us, what is pollo con samfaina?
So samfaina is a mixture of Mediterranean vegetables, which are very typical in Catalonia, and so you get eggplant and peppers, and also some wonderful serrano ham, some zucchini, tomatoes, onions. And here we are, a mixture of Mediterranean vegetables, which are very typical in Catalonia. Okay.
Where were we?
¿Qué ha pasado? So onions and tomatoes, and of course some white wine, and of course some brandy, naturally both of them from our family, and lots of herbs. These herbs are very classic Catalan. That's laurel and some thyme and rosemary and of course olives. Yeah, very good olives.
And so this is what the French would also call ratatouille, right?
Exactly, yes. And that's because in for about 3 or 4 centuries, up until the 18th century or something like that, Provence, in other words, southern France and northeast Spain were the same country.
Okay.
In other words, Provence, that area, Languedoc, belongs.
So southern France and northeastern Spain, and also northern Italy, right?
Wait, not yet. So it was part of the empire of Catalonia and Aragon. Okay, and then later on came also Milan, and in that whole area of northeast Italy was also part of the same country. Anyway, so that they have many similarities.
Shared cuisine,
yes,
shared
absolutely,
dishes.
Absolutely. Yes.
Well, I love this dish. I am so excited. We picked it for the new year. In case there are some people who have New Year's resolutions to eat healthy, I know I gained a few pounds over the holidays.
Me too.
It was also my birthday on December 30th, so I think I deserved an extra serving of Mom's turkey and canelones.
And some wonderful wines, of course.
So we thought we'll do something nice and healthy, easy, simple, and yeah, let's get started.
Okay, let's get started. So essentially what I'm going to do first of all, because this is a chicken dish, and what I've done is that I've kind of done half the recipe, and then we will jump on to the other half of the recipe, which we will taste. And so this is, I was going to start by sauteing the chicken, right? So here are the chicken pieces. I'm going to warm up some oil until it gets that lovely brown color.
And this is a dish, I love this dish. I had it a lot growing up at home. It was just a classic weeknight easy dish at home.
That's right. And yeah, in fact, it was a specialty of Rosalia, your grandparents' cook. Absolutely, she made it all the time. So.
And let us know that you've tuned in. If you're watching, I see Tammy Boatwright. Tammy's watching. Hello, so good to have you. Happy New Year to you and Lynn. We love you very much. And Jennifer Baldwin and Krista Cheap. So good to have you. We love. Let us know that you've tuned in and what you're drinking on this Friday evening.
And what are we drinking?
Well, first we still gotta remember the plan? We were gonna do the onions and the tomatoes.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, but first we have to saute the chicken.
But it's already sauteed.
Okay, so we're gonna pretend that it's already sauteed, right? So essentially,
I think it is already sauteed.
So you see, you want it with some nice color like that, right? So now we put it aside, and in this very same pan, we then sauteed some onions, right? And these are going to be sauteed very nicely. They're sliced onions. And then when these are, you know, nice and soft,
caramelized and translucent.
Yeah. Then we will add some tomato, right? Let's pretend that this is already done. And then we add the tomato and we cook it until, oh, and then we add some wine, of course, and we cook it up. So it's half a cup for the whole recipe of white wine. I chose our Albarino, by the way. Yeah, I think it will go very well. And we have to cook it until dry.
So let the wine reduce. And we have David Clardy who has tuned in. So good to have you, David. Thank you for joining us. David, who joined us for our paella Zoom cooking classes to cook Mom's fabulous paella. One of the things that I do miss about pre-COVID times was when we had lots of paella events and there was always leftover paella to have. Much less of that, or if at all, these days. But at least we're cooking paella on Zoom, so hey.
That's right. Okay, now we're gonna have the fun part, the flambéing. Okay, I'm gonna add some brandy.
And what is the trick for flambéing?
Well, it has to be hot, and it has to be enough, because I have the recipe, it's not doing it. Darn it. Let's see if it works with...
It's, you tilt the, right? You've done this, you've told me this before, that you tilt the pan to the side, right?
Yeah, but you need to have more than that.
Or you just have a lighter and you light, light the top of the dish, the pan. Well, I think it is time for that promised glass of wine.
Yes.
It is time for a glass of La Masia Pinot Noir. This is our 2016, our classic. Let's see. I'd say we deserve it.
Yes, we sure do. We've been working very hard this week.
Very
Have you guys been working very hard this week?
Everyone, I think everyone, the post-holiday back to work, back to the real world is a bit of a disappointment.
You know, in Spain, actually, they're still, I mean, they're going to start to work on Monday because the 6th is the Three Kings Day. And that's the day that, you know, there's no, at least not in my days, right, under the dictatorship, there was no Santa Claus. There was the three kings that went to adore or worship the baby God and baby Jesus and brought presents. So that's why the three kings would bring presents to the kids. And then, of course, the next day you had to start school. So it didn't work very well. It's much better Santa Claus. But anyway, so the Three Kings was on Wednesday, and that is a national holiday in Spain. So, of course, most people took the whole week. So let's bring to
cheers,
Kings.
Yes, to Three Kings, to the new year, to having a nice glass of wine in hand to get through these times.
Yeah. Okay. So now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in the this casserole because I think it will be better for the chicken.
We've been trying to work on our lighting here, and it is just, it's tricky to figure out. We've got this very like public broadcasting kind of vibe going on this evening, but yeah, we'll make it work.
Absolutely. Okay, so now we're going to add, all the, more or less all the ingredients. We're gonna.
And you have the link to the recipe and the wine, the La Masia Pinot Noir, in the content of the post, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook. And yeah, so you can look up the recipe and cook along.
Okay, so we're gonna add the
ask us questions too if you're wondering about something in the recipe.
Absolutely.
Chime in and ask us questions.
And so we're gonna start with the peppers, which have been kind of, you know, diced in small, like half an inch. And the eggplant, right? That is
eggplant. I adore eggplant.
Yeah. And let's go here.
And this is, so our La Masia Pinot Noir is named after are the winery, which is built in the style of a masía or Catalan farmhouse. So this really reflects, it was our first Pinot Noir that we've been producing since 1992. And that's why it is named after the winery and really is, well, reflects the fact that we are farmers and the focus on the land.
We produce the wine as an extension of farming the vineyard.
Yeah.
I coined that phrase a long time ago and I'll never forget it. Okay, so now I'm adding some small squash that have been sliced and mushrooms. Mushrooms are not in the original recipe, but I like them, so you can really add anything you want.
I fully approve. I fully approve. Mushrooms and eggplant always make me very, very, very happy. So I think we should add all the mushrooms.
And then we're going to add the some wonderful ham. Now this is really the wonderful. Here, try it. The wonderful Serrano or Iberico ham.
Yum,
because
yum.
what the hell, it's just a small amount. But, really any...
Not prosciutto.
No.
Don't call it prosciutto.
No.
Or else you'll be in Mom's bad graces. The Italians sure do know how to market their prosciutto and their bruschetta, and no one talks about pan con tomate, but...
That's right, but exactly. So now we're going to add the herbs, okay? A bay leaf. You can see here that I put some decorative bay leaf from my garden, and some thyme from my garden, and some rosemary from my garden. So we're going to mix it all together, and then we'll add the chicken. And salt and pepper.
And this wine, it spends about 10 months in oak, in French oak, and this vintage has a little more new oak than usual. It has about 45% new oak.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow, that's good.
Usually it's closer to 35 or 40. So a little more new oak, really bright fruit. It's this typical bright Russian River Valley fruit. So very engaging, it's a very come hither, pulls you in, really, really lush and bright without being overripe. So definitely some red fruit, black fruit, some black cherries, and
now we're going to add the chicken, okay?
Okay.
We're going to put it all together.
Oh, beautiful. With some clove in there as well. With nice firm tannins. It's Mom's go-to. Working late and she wants to have a glass of wine. This is her go-to, the La Masía Pinot. Whether it's on its own, with a meal, with friends, however.
Absolutely. This is just a wine that it puts a smile on your face. You drink it and you think, yum, right? And then...
That is your favorite descriptor for Pinot Noir, and most especially this wine, yummy. A yummy wine. In fact, you either used to or still have on your license plate frame on your car, yummy Pinot Noir.
Yeah, but you know what? And I had Marimar, yummy Pinot Noir, but once I got a ticket because they really, it was so easy to get the plate. I thought, that's not a good idea. So I took it out, and now it's an XY W or something.
Not a vanity plate.
Yeah, exactly. Forget vanity plates.
Oh, good. And we've got Samuel Y and Coralie who have joined our faithful cooking along with us. So good to have you. Thank you for joining.
Okay. I'm going to cover this, but I'm going to give you a tip. What I do, I'm going to bring it down first.
And that copper pot, I remember Francisco loved cooking with copper. Why is that? So what is it about copper pots?
Well, it really holds the heat very well, and it's not as heavy as, say, that those liquor pans. And but today, it's also in the old days, there wasn't that much. I mean, there was no calfalon, there was no. So it's kind of a classic. And besides, it's beautiful.
It is
but
beautiful.
Of course, you have to clean it. And
the cleaning is not so fun.
Yeah. So anyway, a tip that I'll give you so that the chicken gets really nicely cooked and not dried, I put sometimes some foil very, very close together, and that really, then the steam doesn't overcook it, or it's just better cooked that way. If you put very tight, the aluminum foil.
Oh, interesting.
Over it. Yeah, yeah. But we'll do it another day.
Very
so now it's
interesting.
gonna cook for about 20 minutes to 30 minutes.
Okay.
What I find is that the breast, of course, cooks faster, and the legs and thighs take longer. So sometimes, you know, you have to kind of test it, and either with a
just
knife.
cut into it a bit and check if it's
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right.
It is such a bummer when you get overcooked chicken or overcooked, but it's really easy to overcook the breast.
And what was it? Oh yeah, I forgot the olives, right? And so these are
Kalamata olives.
Yeah. Why do we have Spanish olives? Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, they are Kalamata.
Why not Spanish olives? I don't know.
So anyway, and also to serve, I don't want to forget to say that to serve with this dish, I love just some brown rice steamed.
Yeah.
And or just wonderful crusty peasant bread, you know, sourdough bread.
To dip in the sauce. The sauce that's left, it's a hearty broth, but without being heavy. It's very flavorful, but still not like heavy, and it's a clear broth.
That's right.
And we've got, let's see, Tracy and Louisa and Aris who have joined us, and we have a question from Jennifer. Where can you purchase the jamón ibérico?
Aha. You really have to go to a special store, specialty store. We have a market here called Fiesta or Pacific, and they really have a lot of wonderful Spanish products. And they have the ibérico. Oh, actually, look, that's what it looks like.
It's from...
There you go, La Española. It's imported from Spain. Wait, this way.
Also, I can vouch for, also look up the Spanish Table online. They have stores throughout the Bay Area, and they ship as well, and they have fantastic Spanish goods. In fact, we sourced our turrón, our Christmas candy, from the Spanish Table for our holiday gifting, which was very, very fun.
Yeah.
Very tasty. Very classic.
Great job, my dear. Very
just doing what we can. Doing what we can.
Well, shall we pretend that it's done?
Yeah, that sounds good.
And so we put it, we finished the cooking, the sauce, everything, and look how beautiful it is.
Oh, what a beauty.
So now we're going to taste it and see how we did. Okay.
Perfect. I must say, I don't eat too much. I try to eat plant-based, but for this, I will certainly make an exception. This chicken is so good. And Aris asks, when am I coming back to Princeton? I remember working at Mediterra together, a great restaurant in Princeton. Well, let's see. I sure was gonna try and come last year for my 10th reunion. I don't know if reunions will happen this year either. But otherwise, every single last weekend of May, I am there reuniting with the other Princeton grads. So hope to see you there, Aris.
Okay.
Hope you're well.
We're gonna try these lovely peas and some of these wonderfully cooked veggies. So
you're saying, can we substitute some of the veggies or add other ones in? Like, what about, say, like potatoes?
I mean, potatoes are not vegetables. No, I wouldn't put potatoes here.
No? Okay.
No.
Or what about, like, I don't know.
What?
Like squash.
Well, yeah, that's the zucchini or squash.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And how about the herbs?
Oh yeah. The herbs? These are classic Catalan herbs: rosemary, thyme, and bay leaf, laurel. Okay, that's for me. Let's see how it came out.
And so, is the idea that you can also substitute the herbs as well?
No. Why? Why do you want to substitute?
Well, I think you told me that there's one that is quintessential that you can't leave out, but that the others you can play around a little bit.
That's pretty good. I bet you're going to love with this. Rosemary, thyme, and bay leaf. And there's one that I'm missing. Which one? Another one. I'll check in the book.
Marjoram?
No, I'll check. Anyway, those are classic Catalan.
And the rosemary is the quintessential one.
No, and thyme.
And thyme. All right, and thyme.
Yeah.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's dig in. Let us know what you enjoyed over the holidays, what your favorite dish was, whether you prepared it or a family member. What was your favorite? And if you have a favorite wine pairing for
and
holiday
why would
dishes.
you want to replace this? This is such a good combination. The onions and tomato and, you know.
Oh, it's very good.
I mean, you put asparagus and it's not the same thing.
All right, no substitutions. No substitutions, guys. Gotta follow the recipe to the T.
Probably asparagus are not in, I mean,
Yeah.
just to mention one, because it was, asparagus were grown in the center of Spain, not in Catalonia. So these are the classic, and mushrooms are classic in Catalonia, vegetables.
Well, I think with the La Masia Pinot,
and besides, this is now mushroom season. Oh, you know what?
it pairs beautifully.
For next month, let's do something with mushrooms.
Oh, yes. I think
Can
that
you
would
do
be a wonderful idea. What should we do? Like,
I have a recipe for a mushroom flan that's to die over with a port sauce.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, we can make that. It's
yum.
It's not
It's
too
so
easy,
good.
but
It's a side dish you can have, or as a first course.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's in the first course, I think.
Oh, it's so good. I love that. Okay, we'll do that next on the 5th, Friday the 5th of February.
Okay.
And that'll be lots of fun. And we should pair that with one of our Pinots as well.
Yes. Oh, that's right. What do you think of this?
Well,
I think that well, we have a breast. Now you see the breast really and the thigh and are different flavors. So I think that this with it's kind of a softer the breast. So I think with this one it's perfect.
There's almost a sweetness though to the veggies.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And of course there's no sugar.
No.
But
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it does very well.
I think because it's not too like the fruit forwardness of the wine, and the dish isn't too strong or heavy. I think it really pairs beautifully.
Yeah, I can't explain. I mean, I'm really just not a wine critic, right? And I can't tell you why, the tannins and the acid and this and that go well with the... No, I can't do it. I just can tell you that it tastes good, okay? Just trust me.
And also, another thing here that we have done is if you finish the chicken and you still have extra veggies and sauce, to do it with pasta. It's really good. Nice, healthy...
Rice.
Or with rice.
Or with Spanish rice.
Yeah. I like it with whole wheat pasta and the leftover veggies and the sauce. That's really nice.
It's Italian. I mean, in Spain. I mean, today in the market you find some really Spanish rice. I mean, with the short grain classic from Valencia. They're so good. So anyway.
Well, I think. Oh, another thing to mark your calendars for. The Thursday, the 4th of February, we will be doing a really fun Riedel tasting with Riedel ambassador Susan, and you can get your set of Riedel glasses and taste the wines and hear and really see for yourself how the glasses affect the sensorial experience of tasting.
I've always wanted to do that. Ever since Robert Mondavi told me that he had signed up for, 20 years ago, because it really changed the taste of the wine. And I've never had a chance to.
And Riedel is really, they're the masters of creating the different glasses for different styles, different varieties
I
of wine.
remember Robert Mondavi telling me that from then on, they were serving the wine in Riedel glasses. And, so there. Well,
I'm really excited. We'll try the Chardonnay, the Pinot. It'll be lots of fun.
Great idea.
So keep an eye out. We'll send out emails with the link to sign up and get the glasses. And we, keep an eye out. And if you're not on our email list, send us a message or put in the comments or go to our homepage and enter your email. We look forward to having you. And until then, best of luck with starting the new year, and thank you so much for joining us. It's been lots of fun.
I think this has been so short. I wish we were doing it every week, but it will be another month, but we will definitely be with you.
Well, cheers.
Oh, yeah, and with the mushrooms, this is so good.